Game started.
Okay, we got a game here. Let's see. Prank from India. Okay, Prank, what you got? E4, let's play a Sicilian. And he goes for the immediate D4. So this can be the Smith-Morra gambit. Or he can take with the queen. Now, it's interesting here. I think I can just hit the queen right away. He hasn't provoked me to play d6 yet, so he can't even pin the knight there. Now I do want to play d6 or d5 without the pin, so I'm going to put this pawn on a6. And maybe play knight f6, hit that pawn, keep the knight tied up, and then g6 there. So this is a setup similar to a Sicilian dragon, but white is played differently, so it's not one of the standard positions here. So he's moving quickly. There's some lag in his connection, so it doesn't appear as fast, but you can look at his time. He's been moving faster than the clock so far. So what to do here? If I take the knight, he gets a pawn on d5 here, which is kind of annoying. So I think I will just castle. And he's wasted a bit of time with his queen moving around, so I have a slight lead in development, but he's placed his pawns here where it's a little tricky for me to figure out where I want to put my pieces. The knight is not under attack, so I can play b5 here. Sometimes you have to be careful about this b5 move, because sometimes it loses the knight over here. So he's moving very quickly, but that queen move is kind of pointless since I can chase her right away. Now he can come in with the knight to g5. But I can just play h6 when that happens, so nothing to be afraid of there. And then I want to play my knight to e5 maybe. If he takes it, I would have to take with a pawn, because the bishop is currently defending h6. So let's not play knight e5 just yet. Forgot about that. Okay. Well, I guess
Server announcement.
White can play fast if I'm going to overlook moves like that. Yeah. Okay, let's see if I can get rid of that knight. The knight goes with check, so he takes my bishop. I play knight takes, knight check, and then I can recapture the bishop. So otherwise knight g6 was becoming a threat. So I'm down a pawn, but that's not the end of the world. I have an open h-file here I can attack along, perhaps. And queen here is interesting, putting a little pressure on the e-pawn, white's e-pawn, which he ignores, although he attacks my e-pawn. So if I take, he takes with check, and I take. Yeah, my e-pawn is defended. So let's get my pawn back. He can play rook here. See, he's just moving too fast. He could play rook to e1 there, chasing my queen away and winning this pawn here. So that wasn't a good pawn grab. It was not a particularly good pawn grab. I guess I could have grabbed the c-pawn there, so it would have been a trade rather than an outright grab, but probably my yeah, let's get rid of the rook. Don't want to okay, don't want to let him have the open file uncontested. So he has the idea of playing f5 here, f4, because if I take this pawn is hanging and it goes with check. So let's defend that pawn so that if he plays f4 I can just take it. Now he can attack my queen over here, yeah. Can I do something with the rook here? Okay, if I play rook to d2, ganging up on this pawn, he plays rook here. It blocks the f-pawn, and then I can play my queen to e6. I don't want to play queen to e6 now because, again, this idea of f4 here, taking advantage of the pin. But the rook there actually blocks the pawn from coming forward. And I'm threatening on b2, and I also have this idea of rook to c4, maybe coming across. Rook to c4 to... okay, that's a little bit annoying. I don't want his queen coming in here, so let's move my king back. Now rook to c4 hits the queen and forces it back to g3. So what's a good move for white here? Maybe, oh, okay, he just gave up. Well, he protected his b-pawn by moving it forward to b4. Rook to c4 here. I think I would like to... yeah, that rook is kind of annoying there, but I guess I can't get rid of it that simply. He takes, and I take, and then the queen takes, and that's probably not so good. I wonder. Okay, I'm just going to play my queen to here for now, and maybe retreat my rook to a2 and then queen to d2. Maybe double up on the back rank. And that would also hit the... well, actually, c-pawn is well protected. It's got two guys defending it from the side, so I can't really do anything about the c-pawn. Let's see. Could I play e4 here, hitting the rook? I'm not sure. Okay, let's go on with this idea of attacking the a-pawn. This rook here defends against pawn to f4 ideas. And queen to d2 will make him a little bit uncomfortable on the back rank, hopefully. And it would also support, but he stopped that. It would have supported this idea of Where does my queen want to go? I was thinking it would support the pawn push here. But this gets a bit dicey. If I open up this diagonal and the queen comes in down here and the rook down here, could be bad for me. So I have to be careful to time that. It has to be timed cautiously. But if I take on a2, then I can start putting pressure on the c-pawn. Okay, so now he can come in here and threaten. He can threaten my my e-pawn. Let's grab here first. He can only put one piece here at a time. Yeah, so I can defend with the king. I didn't do that. So this is unprotected here. Rook takes, rook takes, rook takes. The queen has to move. Rook takes, the rook tries to attack this way and I take this way. So let's just grab it. And I thought it was a little scarier, this idea of rook to e7 or d7 there. Rook to d7 pulls my king over, and then his queen could penetrate maybe on the h file. So let's I'm up in pawns. Let's get rid of the rook here and just see if we can win with the queens and the pawns. Oh, actually, should have considered
Check.
putting the rook on c2 there and doubling up on this c-pawn. Oh no, my queen was hitting the g-pawn, not the f-pawn. I meant the f-pawn, but okay, it was not a possibility. Oh, okay, now I can just take the queens up. Queen here, check, and he has to take, and then I'm winning the pawn endgame. Am I winning the pawn endgame? Let's see, check, and I'll get a pawn here. And then I can support that pawn with the move e5. So
Check.
I will get some pawns here. It's just that this is a potential passed pawn over here on the h file. So I have to be a bit careful. But he's making this easy for me. So he can't ever walk over here and attack these pawns because these pawns will queen first. So this makes things pretty simple for me. We got a passed pawn over here that he can't ever abandon, so I can just come up and attack these pawns. And he runs out of moves here, I think. Actually, he can come to this square, can't he? Yeah. Speaking too fast. Okay. Should I push this pawn to decoy him? Push here, he takes, and then I get to this square, and he comes over to defend. And that should be winning. Now, what are the tries here? I can push this pawn this way. So if he takes, I take, and then he can't get over to defend his h-pawn because I'm in opposition to his king, so I can get over here and win this pawn. He has no say about it. And then this is just an easily winning endgame because I get the queen first. And I guess he's going to play it all the way out. But this is not a blitz game where I'm going to run out of time. This is easy.
Check.
It's not even close. With the pawn all the way down here, you know, it gets a little bit close, but
check,
this is not close. See, he's always got a square to go to. You just have to make sure you don't stalemate him. There's probably quicker ways to do this, but no need. No need to get fancy.
checkmate.
Okay, interesting game. I guess I will upload that and we will take a look at those various places where my opponent could have defeated me. Because, yeah, I was in trouble in a couple spots and he was just moving too quick. Okay, so I will upload the postmortem shortly. See you guys later. Bye.